Hello and welcome back, everybody. We are currently on a bit of a losing streak, unfortunately, with the list that you see on screen here. We are 0-3. Definitely a very surprising start considering my previous success with this deck, but regardless, we're going to truck along here and see if we can reclaim our victories here from the clutches of wherever they're hiding and go 2-3 and at least get half of our league value back that way. Regardless, even if we end up losing this match, I'll still be posting the match after it as well. You'll see all of this wonderful league and all of its glory, if you would say that perhaps. But anyways, regardless, we're playing Reclaimer Amulet, and that's the name of the game. So let's jump straight into the games. All right, we have our match. Can we play first? Eh? Yeah. We will play first, of course. I have no clue how to pronounce this person's name, so I'm not even going to try. Huh. If this battlements were an untapped green source, I would snap keep this. Turn 1 Reclaimer, turn 2 bounce it up. Turn 3 Dryad, probably. But, actually, to be honest, even if this were a green source, this hand's not that great, I guess. Yeah, whatever. It's still a mulligan. Goodbye. This hand is not fantastic, but it does have a few things going for it. One, it has Garenbrig, which is nice. Two, it has Valakut already, plus Vesuva to copy Valakut if we wanted to go that route. So Dryad is a real significant threat here, even if we were to lose access to our Titan somehow. For example, let's say our opponent casts a Chalice on 0 and Thought Knots away our Titan. We can still kill them with Dryad and Valakut triggers, and that's very strong. I think we're going to try this, and we do, in fact, want to bottom one of these Summoners pack for obvious reasons. We have all the things that we want. Here goes Castle Garenbrig and a passing of the turn. Now that we have a green source out, we can play a Reclaimer if we happen to draw it. Inquisition is interesting. They're probably going to take our Dryad here, I would think. I don't know. It's up to them. They could just kill our Dryad as well. So yeah, I guess that's the reason why they're taking Pact, is they have a plan to deal with the Dryad here. We'll throw out this Valakut. Yep. Vesuva copying Valakut may not be very relevant. We'd still need to hit another 2 land drops for it to matter, so... Are we playing our Dryad out into Liliana of the Veil? Suppose we are, because that way, if we draw a green source, we can cast Titan immediately. No, because then we'll have to discard the Titan. Well, if we play out both of our Flagstones, we get a green source. So we can go Flagstones, cast Dryad, Vesuva copying Garenbrig. Nah, I don't know what I was thinking. There's no way for us to Titan this upcoming turn. So... let's just do this. Let's go ahead and get our Dryad out, so we can get an additional land drop here. We'll play out this Vesuva copying Garenbrig. And if we draw a basic forest, actually, then we can cast Titan, and yeah, that's all we can hope for. If they play a Liliana, then we would have to pitch this Flystones. Although they might just make us sacrifice a Dryad. Did they get this tapped? Oh, okay, that's good news for us. No Liliana is fantastic. Alright, yeah, we need to get another green source in play for this Titan, so let's just play out the Flagstones. There's no reason to float any mana or anything here. We're not doing anything with it, so let's just get our tutor for Temple Garden here. Yes. Temple G. Into play. Not paying any life. Pass it back. Can't transmute Talari West. It's always distracting to me that Talari West lights up as if we could play it as a land drop. I'm like, oh no, we had an extra land drop. I mean, I guess in this case I probably would want to play Talari West, but... Alright, well, our opponent's on the nothing plan. I guess we want to play out our Fountain here so that we're gonna trigger Feel the Dead. Let's play our Titan. If we want to trigger the Feel the Dead, then we can. we could just get 2 blue sources here, like a Tolaria West and a blue bounce land, and pick up the Vesuva. And that way we have a Titan guaranteed here. Even if they make us discard with Lily, because we just pitch the Vesuva and immediately can transmute Tolaria West, although we'd be a turn later on the Titan. I don't know if that's going to be the move. I think maybe Growth Chamber plus Field of Dead lets us pick up the Vesuva so we can play it as an additional blue source and then be able to transmute Tolaria West down the line, assuming we get to keep it. So that's the line I'm going to go for. Can yield to these field triggers. Pick up this Vesuva. We'll pass. And now we could even play Vesuva as a second Field of Dead if we decided to, so we'll see what happens here. Bolt a zombie. Love to see it. Love to see it. I guess they could have another removal spell plus a Liliana downtick here to deal with our Titan, but that wouldn't be particularly good. Or Maelstrom Pulse, that's fine. Okay. If we had a breeding pool, we'd be able to transmute right now, but we don't. So instead, let's swing for 1. We could also just play Windswept Teeth and get double zombie here. Nah. Let's get another blue source in play. Make another zombie in the process. Picking up a Radiant Fountain, I suppose. So we can get even more value. And we'll pass it back. Next turn we can transmute for and cast a Titan, I think. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we can easily get a Titan into play. We might even be able to haste this upcoming turn. Alright, so we're getting clocked with Raging Ravine. That will not cut it, opponent. Will not cut it. Let's not even block. That's fine. Alright, so here is the line. Let's get all this mana floated. Transmute Tolaria West. We're going to activate Castle Gambrig using Flagstones and Temple Garden, leaving the Valcut up. We're going to search for... Oh, okay, well, that's it. Well, let me finish describing the line anyways. So, with the Titan, we would play it using Flagstones and Temple Garden, tapping the Garenbrig, leave Valakut up. We'd get off the Enter the Battlefield trigger Hanweir and a Bounce Land, and we'd pick up the Hanweir and play it for turn and be able to immediately haste our Titan off Valakut. So, we were looking pretty good there. Let's see, we want explosives. We want trackers. We want beasts. We want veils, for sure. We might want Baloth. I'm not super impressed with Baloth, in all honesty, to be honest. I mean, it does just get brickwalled by Goyfs and stuff. It's, like, good against Liliana, I guess, but I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe it is. We can always summon his pack for a Baloth in response to a Liliana uptick or something, and put the Baloth into play. That's not something I've ever done before, but it is something to be aware of. I don't know. We'll see. We'll try it. We'll trim all these Grazers, because going down a card, playing a Mox against your black-green next opponent that's trying to get you low on resources is not really a great idea. We'll trim a Summoner's Pact in case they have Ashiok. We will trim a Cavern, because they're not playing counter magic for sure. You'll probably trim one more land, in all honesty. Going down to 6 bounce land doesn't seem great. I'm kind of tempted to trim the Flagstones here. Oh, actually, what we did last time is we sided out all the Reclaimers. I don't hate that. We could run it back this way, no Reclaimers. I'm fine with it. They might keep in a bunch of removal spells and end up just getting tightened. Speaking of getting tightened, this hand is very good at doing exactly that, so we'll try this. We even have natural Bajuka Bog here to slow down our opponent's Tarmogoyf clock, or potentially exile a Croxa, or something like that. Got some utility going on. It's a shame that Sanctuary and Temple Garden look so alike. Like, I just glanced down, and like freaked out for a second mentally because I was like, "Oh no, that's a temple garden, isn't it?" But no, it actually is a Slesny sanctuary, so we're good. We're good. Crisis averted. There goes our amulet. Oh well. We had all of the plans and none of the execution, sadly. Okay. Flagstones ain't bad. Let's get this bog out here. And we'll bog them, I suppose. They have 2 types, but it's really easy for them to refill their graveyard. I think that the artifact actually might be more relevant for Tarmogoyf purposes, so let's get rid of our amulet. We'll pass back. We can pick up the bog and replay it later to deal with the Croxa or something. They don't have any creatures in the graveyard that's relevant for Scavenging Ooze or Kolaghan's Command or something like that, so not really worried about it. I do have the Goyf. To be expected, to be expected. Let's, I guess if we Sanctuary, we'll still have 7 in hand, so we don't need to worry about discarding one. So let's play out this bounce land and scoop to a Fulminator Mage, I suppose. Need to get a green source here, so... And to be honest, we wouldn't mind to get another Bog Trigger, either. Well, Thoughtseize means no Fulminator, so that's exciting. They took our Beast Within. Interesting. Does that mean that they have an Ashiok and didn't play it? I mean, they knew about the... Okay, that means they have Damping Sphere. That one kind of sucks too, not gonna lie. I guess we're bogging them. A Damping Sphere would not usually hurt us that bad, but the way our mana is set up just makes the Damping Sphere really awful for us at the moment. Unfortunate, but not much we can do about it, so we'll survive. We'll hang in here. Our opponent's got a 1-2 Goyf clocking us. Come on, Goyf, you can do it. Go the distance. That's it. That's everything that they have. Okay. Talari West. Go. We still are lacking in the green source department. Would not mind drawing one of those green sources. We have Temple Garden, Castle Garenbrig, which is just tapped, unfortunately, but we have that one. We have Basic Forest, 2 basic Snow Forests. We've got a number of hits here. Crumbling Vestige would give us a green for a 1-shot. Taking our tracker makes a lot of sense, sadly. We don't have a Reclamation Sage that we can pack for here. Not that I would have brought it in against Jund anyways. Probably not. Okay. Let's play our Flagstones here so that in case we draw second Flagstones, we can tutor for Temple Garden. And the clock is reeling in. Taking 3 a turn. Oof, and a Raging Ravine? Not cool. Well, we have a Ghost Quarter. We could Ghost Quarter our own Flagstones to get 2 green sources and have Titan next turn. I like it. Let's just pass it back. I don't know if Titan next turn will be good enough. We'll have... Let's see. We'll have 5 names, 6 names, so we can get double... Well, we don't have double field. We can get field and something else here and make some blockers, so... Activating Ravine. I mean, we're just gonna take the slam from that one. We dead to a bolt, I guess? No, we can get Radiant Fountain. No, we have field in hand. Oof. I don't know. Even if we get a Titan to play, I'm not sure what we can do here. But it's definitely way better than just hoping to draw 2 more green sources and Ghost Quartering Raging Ravine. Is it? We could pack for Dryad, play Dryad, Valakut, land, and kill Tarmogoyf that way and have a blocker for the Raging Ravine. That might be better than just slamming a Titan. I still think that we need to just take the hit as much as it sucks. Yes, we'd like to use this ability. Go get regular forest, because then we're more likely to draw the snow forest for an alternately named land. And we'll do this thing and get a temple garden. Okay. So we have access to Titan this turn, but there's not much that it can do. We can pack 4, play Dryad, and play Valakut, Feel the Dead, shoot down the Tarmogoyf, block the Raging Ravine, and then Titan the turn after. I guess we would be Valakut. Yeah, Valakut, Feel the Dead. I like that. We're dead to any removal spell, but no, actually, they'd have to have land plus removal spell, and it would have to be a 1-mana one that they can cast. Like, it couldn't just be Fatal Push if they didn't have Revolt, so... Green, color, play our Dryad. Costing 1 extra due to the Damping Sphere here. Valakut that. Always yes, always yield. I mean, I guess this way we're going to have to tap out during this upcoming turn. Doesn't really make a difference. Oh, we get a blocker here, don't we? Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. We might have a chance. I wasn't doing the math on the land drops properly, I guess. Pass it back. Now we just pay for our pact and play Flagstone's Battlements, I suppose. We're actually 1 short of having Titan this upcoming turn, assuming we keep the Dryad in play. Trophy that. Okay. Yes, for sure. So we would no longer be 1 short, except for the fact that we don't have Dryad in play to put both of these lands into play now. So at least we have Feel the Dead going. We're dead to any Bolt that our opponent top decks if they still have them in their deck. They may or may not. And we don't even have to block the Ravine, so there's that. Yeah, let's do this. I suppose a Golos would be a good draw. Alright, opponent, let us not lose the game. I know that's not what you want to do, but you can't prevent it, so. Trophy Field. That is a wise play. Let's get our forest. Okay. Yes. Fetch land. That lets us cast Titan this turn, does it not? We can fetch for Temple Garden. No, but then no, we don't have a target for this land. We can actually still play Titan because now we have the double green. So let's do that, I suppose. Sounds good to me. I don't know if there's a reason to attack with the zombies here or not. We can get a Radiant Fountain now so that we're not just dying to a Bolt. Right, always yield. Yes. What the heck do we even want to get here? I guess Tolario S and a bounce land also makes sense. We don't have another blue source. We could do Tolario Est and Radiant Fountain so that if we draw any bounce land, we can immediately transmute to get another Titan going here. Or we could accept that we'll lose to a Bolt. And just get TOS plus bounce land. On 1 card, they have to be able to deal with this Titan also. I don't know, it's a weird situation. I don't necessarily want to accept losing to Bolt. Oh, no, here's what we do. Wait. No, because actually, the Tolario S line wouldn't work because we can't tap for blue here. So we need to get Radiant Fountain and a blue source that isn't a double mana source. So I guess we just need to get Radiant Fountain Tolario West. We could also get Vesuva copying Bajuka Bog to bog away their graveyard. I don't know if that's even relevant. Yeah, I guess it's just Radiant Fountain Tolario West. This makes all of our bounce lands insanely good top decks, so and we win the match. Okay. Well, we finally won one. Maybe we can manage to get this 2-3 and get some 50 play points out of the deal. But, yeah, that was a pretty exciting match. Definitely felt like realizing going for the dry line was the best thing, was the key to winning that game too there. So, definitely glad about that. Yeah, I will see you guys for match 5. The 5th and final match where we'll see if I can manage to get half of our league value back here. Let me know what you think of the list. Let me know what changes you would make, or what list it is that you're playing. In fact, I have already played one follower's list on the channel here, and I'm definitely willing to play other lists. Although, keep in mind, I am restricted to the cards that I own. I don't want to do the whole renting thing. I'd like to own my cards and make the one-time payment and never have to pay again. At least that's the idea, anyways. So yeah, but regardless, if there's a couple cards that I don't have access to that I might be willing to shell out a little bit of money for. I mean, I'm not gonna buy Karns for a 4 Karn build just because somebody wants me to play it. Sadly, I'm not made of money like that, but we'll see what we can do here. And yeah, this is Redface Menace signing off.